I do not have all the time. Oh, oh, I know. Because I was just talking to Sean about something, and I think that's what I want to read. If you can find it, I'm so sorry. Oh, there it is. Sean and I were talking about secrets and how much we clutch our secrets and how much we hold in supposedly shame, how we think saying something aloud is going to change people's opinions of us. And I held on to two things for the longest time until I realized that I was a storyteller and that was my story, as part of it. Two things. One was my son was in jail for 2 years, which I didn't tell anybody because everybody said, oh, my son is in Europe with his jazz band, which was a lie. Anyway, so, and the other thing was that I just have a terrible relationship with my mother. Yeah, very bad. Very bad. And it took me a long time to be able to say that out loud. This is one of the poems that came from it. But now it's her stooped body in the queue for the slab. Her blessed temperature you're fiddling with, and God's holy directive shifts accordingly. Your mother holds the tasteful funeral home brochures an inch from her eyes until their horrible words unblur. Shakes her head at the insane cost of the gilded, Paul-born tribute she truly craves. Ask again for whatever's cheap. May her Lord forgive you as you just keep shuffling that cremation info to the top of the pile. You remember how stupidly she bobs her napped head to the wagging finger of God. God again, always God. How resolutely she clutches all the bluish notes in gospel. For her, the fire next time is not a frugal means of disposing of soulless shells. It is payback for a life clawed together outside of her Savior's cold little classroom. Oh, never you mind the lesson she drilled into you after a handgun blasted your father out of the world. What she said to end your bouts of snot and fever, your worrisome new habits of snatching tufts of hair from your own head and screaming the onsets of dawn. Your daddy's not in that old body anymore. And you unrolled your eyes just in time to look that pliant, just in time to make her think you believed her. Now that she has refused the neat conclusion of ash, you are thinking of all the damned reams of paperwork glorious ceremony requires, the feel of scrawling your name over and over to officially end her. There will be too many syrupy flowers draped over everywhere, the casket lid flipped open, your oblivious mother's vaguely whorish makeup job. You dread the hearse's eerie creep through annoyed Ubers, the depressing pit, mourners sneaking cell snaps, taking note of your absence of ache. While this strange woman comparison shops, zeroing in on the pauper's special, girl, what is a cloth casket? You remember years of screaming her name into a dead phone after she scrubbed her whole history of your needy little face. Now that she is frail and beholding, you should demand that she answer for that kind of love. Or you can love that way too. Go on, throw a match into her hair. We don't like you anymore. We don't like you. What? And do you know how hard writing that poem was? Do you imagine? It was, I still don't know. And my mother, you know, I mean, she didn't talk to me for 10 years. 10 years. She got mad at something and just, that's it. And then she called me like nothing had happened. Okay, I had to pull out of that. Let's see, where did we go? So, I hate it too when people do this. But I never decide what to read until I get up to the thing. And now I'm up to the thing. And, oh, okay. Those of you, can we get our money back? Can we? They'll be turning the books in at the door, like, we don't want this. She has no idea what she's doing. Okay. You're 70? All right then. Okay, I just decided what I'm gonna, okay. Yes. Yes, okay. Second time trying to say where my son was. 1. And I have to decide to answer. When I click to pick up, this is the way it goes. There's that blip of echoed air, and I say, hello, before his new mama, disembodied white female middle American all-purpose monotone, informs me that I have a collect call from an inmate of the Middlesex House of Corrections. And in the silence left open for his name, my son barks, Damon, gravel and guttural and studied badass. And oh, I realize, blind walking into what now passes for ritual, it's just my son again, his cage gracelessly unlatched so that he can mumble, reach temporarily into other air. My cellie says he's gonna kill me in my sleep. Then I'm just another drooped mama in a ceaseless snaking line, summoning my cinematic coup. Lately, everyone's child is always, always about to be murdered. Only seconds later, I'm treated to a blow-by-blow chronicle of the shaving of his head, the sloppy gouge when the distracted barber's razor cut deep. And mama, there was blood everywhere, but it look all right now. Wait till you see, I'm bald-headed. In the next breath, I'm scared, mama. I'm sick. I cough all night. Then, as if he hadn't just swift whispered that weakness, he shifts to a sputter of jailhouse legalese, bringing me up to date on his creaky version of hope. Since I've never been in jail before, and since I've been staying out of trouble in here, and since I've been doing everything they say, and since it wasn't my gun. But does it matter what grace the system grants? If he's eating well or wrong, if the sentences run together or on top of one another, if he's crazy about his mama? Because when dark drops and my son can no longer fight sleep, a man, savagely focused, will arc over him, hefting a sock swollen with dead D batteries. Because of the dozens of times he swears it's about to happen, I've become an expert at visioning my son's already nicked skull collapsing and slick with itself. 200 miles away, I wince and gamely wear his wound. 2. There's a picture of Damon snapped over 20 years ago when he was 2. It's black and white, just one unkempt moment in the life of a kid, a snap only a mother craving an unburdened memory could love. His gray sweatshirt is caked with grime, his crown impossibly kinked. Staring at the photo, I long to plunge my hands into those raucous naps, kiss his nose and scoop his resisting wriggle into my arms to snort that rusty meld of sugar and funk. A voice interrupts. Ma! Ma! It is 20 years later again. I should have never picked up the phone. 3. I can get in my car and drive toward him, filling 3 highway hours with Motown's Begging Men, Brown Liquor Aretha songs, and those damned insistent pictures of my son the way he used to be. Deadpan jokester, giggling gumcracker, stupefied by rockets and girls. Then without mercy he sprouts upward, dons cavernous denims, stows away screw-top wine and morphs into OG, cocked cannon, baby maker, rhyme buster, lemming. The last picture, the one of him I hate the most, stays with me the longest. There's the grasping whiner who really needs canteen money but never thanks me for raising his daughter. He's the single-syllable grunt, head scarred, grossly swollen from prison workouts, who I avoid mentioning to friends whose sons are waving grad school acceptance letters or touring France with their jazz bands. The most I will let on, he's in Boston, on his own. I don't say he's locked up, but the phone rings sometime. 4. The waiting rooms are always too hot. I lift my eyes, I don't lift my eyes often, but when I do, I see faces that mirror my own. Our whole bodies sigh and sigh. We are in sweatshirts and jeans, hair pulled back, eyes straight ahead, waiting for our sons on the fresh air side of bulletproof glass. A buzzer sounds and the door slides open for their strained parade. They shuffle as if shackled by boredom, plump and sinew, swathed in jumpsuits the color of storm. There are missing molars, sudden bellies, downcast gaze, gang love scorched into biceps. Numbed and innocent, numbed and guilty, they stream in, scanning the drab room for mama, or bae, or mudir, or maybe somebody, anybody from the block, somebody who remembers them free. Like toddlers, they hug awkwardly, check out who else has come to see who else, slyly size up their tribe, and greedily eye the vending machines, broken and bulging with poisons. I scour faces, wonder if my son's homicidal cellmate has allowed him the dawn. And then, there he is. Damon, damn him, serves up that grin, guaranteed to slap my heart open. He sputters a few words. See how big my arms are getting? Then shuts to a silence, waiting for mama to come through, mutter a flimsy bandage, make it all better. Looking down the long, sorrowful row, I see that expectant hush, repeated. All those mothers wanting desperately to be there, but wishing they hadn't come. If only we'd stayed home, letting the phone ring and not picking up. We could just keep staring from our own cells into the next dawn, loving the disappeared and waiting for our sons to rise. Thank you very much. Okay, the prayer. One more. One. No, one more. The boss is back there. The boss said one more.
The boss said you could do 20 more.
No. And I'm trying to, it's funny because once I ran into a reading that I was late for, and I just got up on stage and started reading it without thinking or meeting the audience or anything. And then halfway through, I saw people slumping in their seats and looping nooses around their neck and stuff. And then I realized I don't have a lot of happy poems. When I'm happy, I go out and do happy stuff. Like, and then when I'm mad or sad, I go for my keyboard or my notebook. So I was trying to figure out where are the happy poems. I'm gonna find a happy poem. Oh, I know. I got it. Just wait, just 1 second. This will be not worth it, but maybe. Okay, was it in that book? No, it wasn't in that book. It was in this book. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so, my favorite segment of the population are old black men. Because you can't get away with anything. It's just like, you know, you're talking and they say, girl, you talking about the internet? We had the internet back then, what was it, 42, Sam? 42? We had that worldwide thing. Back, and then after a while you go, maybe they did have that. Anyway, so part of my lesson in listening to not where you want to be, but where you're from, there's a barber in my old neighborhood. And, you know, for those of you, oh wait, there's not a lot. For those of you who've been in a black barbershop on Saturday morning, 1, 2. It might be every barbershop, I don't know. But the barber talks about everybody. The barber talks about people who aren't there, people who pass by the window outside. He forgets sometimes you're sitting there, he starts talking about you. It's just like, oh wait, I'm sorry, I didn't see you over there, wait a minute. And so you know, when I was starting to write, I said, let me recreate some voices from my past, from my neighborhood. So this is a barber in Chicago. His name is Terrell, and this is Terrell. Just in the course of a day. And Terrell, oh, one thing you have to know about him, he's always talking about how much sex he's gonna get, even though he hasn't had any since the Eisenhower administration. And it's like, that's all he talks about, so that's what's good. Okay. I used to know this by heart, but I don't know it anymore because I'm not Sean. Okay. Well, look who comes walking into my barbershop, still wearing that jerry curl. You know, man, it's almost 2000. Ain't nobody got no time for that grease trickling all down their neck, especially hot as it is out there. Come here, let me clip that shit down. Let those naps grow out. You know, a couple of weeks, I'll hook you up with a fade. The sisters don't like putting their hands in that greasy mess. And did y'all see that child Aretha on stage at the president's thing, trailing all that fur and all that, trailing all that fur like she's Queen Elizabeth and all that fat underneath it? I ain't never seen no black woman with money stay fat. She can see her covered, even the bones get scared. That child will eat a spaghetti strap. What's that song she sang? Ain't no way? Well, I guess it sure ain't. She got one chance though. If you stay alive long enough, time will make you skinny. I just don't know if she got that much time. Oh yeah, look out that window. There go that gal I was telling y'all about. Got enough ass to bounce a drink on. I'm gonna be knee deep in that come Saturday night. My name ain't Terrell Anderson Jr. and I ain't got my hand tussling in y'all nappy heads. Man, she don't know me yet, but she will. I bet she done already heard about how my love making to put a few sisters on crutches. How I done whip some of this nature on them. Now they drooling, barking like dogs. Hell, you can laugh if y'all want. Thomas, you ask your sister. And you over there, ask your mama. They say size don't matter, but it do if it's this size, man. I have to bind this shit to my leg, it would scare y'all out of here. Come Saturday night, you can ask that girl y'all just seen. She be passing by that one in a wheelchair, mark my words. And Thomas, one too many times, I done seen your wife over there across the street, up in the butcher shop. And the meat she asking for ain't what makes it to your table for supper. Man, she in there all day, going on behind the counter like she's interested in the butcher's business. What she's interested in is the butcher's business. And you better start taking care of You better start taking care of your own stuff, my man, before you get a taste of that sausage he's selling. Then you be up here talking about, she gone, she gone. Man, I'm telling you, you can't be climbing up on top of no woman like you got somewhere else to be in 5 minutes. And there you are up in the Continental, sniffing all up Deborah Ann's young butt like she wants something for you besides that money you always waving around. Man, anytime you see flies buzzing around a woman, and it ain't summer, it's time to move on to another woman. Damn, your wife got some nice legs on her though. If that butcher don't take up on her, I might get in line. And Charlie, what about your boy? Damn near 40 years old, no woman in sight. Could be he just ugly though. You know, the other night I heard a blind woman turning him down. So she could just imagine how ugly he was. And Ed, what you talking about put in some curl? Talk about some activator. You better activate your head up under this razor and let me cut that shit out of there. This the 1990s, man. Black man is free now. Superfly done flew. I've been doing this 40 years. This is Terrell's Afrocentric Barbershop Fade Palace and Wild Style Emporium. Now put your ass in my chair and put your head in my hands.